It's the only way she getting back in it.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today, it's the preseason opener for these two teams, and it should be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Chicago Bears. Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Had an up-and-down rookie season, but at times definitely showed exactly why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. Threw for 20 touchdowns as a rookie, but expects to take a massive leap with his new head coach, Ben Johnson, calling plays and designing the offense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Looking to throw is Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Taking it about the 16. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They're kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here too after a good stop. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing is Williams. And this will be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
First and 10.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
A loss of a yard on the play.
To throw, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Tua going to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd down at the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Only go for the tight end carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
That's another Bears first down.
Johnson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Swift is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
That's to the pylon and incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Goes on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a gain of 9.
They'll go Madison up the middle. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 20.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give, running right, Achane. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Tua. And the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. To the air, Williams. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they've started their own 24-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Miami set to take over. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. If we do, we get a chance to put points on the board.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receipt.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Gervon Dexter. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Throwing on second and long. Tua. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Here's Tua. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Andrew Billings breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Keenum. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Dwayne Eskridge, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Wilson. Flush to his right. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
13 yards. First down, Miami.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw is Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Keenum going to throw. Flushed out right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 to first.
22 yards. That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw, it's Keenum. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. This second and 4.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up
Now Keenum.
38-yard line.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They give up the middle to Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Keenum. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Wilson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenan. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Bears, first down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play. And he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Third and 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down, Keenan. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
That's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, pumped out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Keenum now to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now Keenum. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and he tackled him for a loss.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Gets around him, and he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
4 yards on the pickup.
Play action. Now Wilson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
To Alexander Madison. It's a gain of 10.
Here's Wilson. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's across midfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Wilson will throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And intercepted. Wilson spurred of the game. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Keenum now to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 3. Keenum. And returning right back to Boykin. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Keenum. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing is Keenum. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. Probably not likely to see many starters in the 2nd half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for this next drive. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm and really think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where you just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you got to get your confidence going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 27.
Another carry now from Madison. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They begin the drive with Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
No gain on the play.
Play action. It's Keenum. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Now Keenum. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Kenneth Grant picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now 3rd down.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded just inside the 30. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good.
In motion, the tight end. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of
To throw, it's Keenum. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Keenum. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Santos on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Steps away to his left. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So now here come the Dolphins. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Miami.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop him.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Andrew Billings able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
19 yards. That's good.
Play action. Now Bajan completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Here's Bajan. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And now here's a carry heading left. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Bajan. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, this defense knows they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way.
Touchdown, Bears! Colston Loveland, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Second down in the yard.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 33-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
1 yard to go.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. And the Dolphin first down.
There's Wilson to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Jervon Dexter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Second down.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football.
Under pressure, they got him again. Andrew Billings getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This is Homer. And we get a cover here down to the 22.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where the extra defenders.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
A 44-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Wilson. That will complete downfield to Eskridge. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 26 yards.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
34-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, Bagent. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And out come the Dolphins now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd down and 3. Here's Madison running left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Dolphins 1st down.
And he fires one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. Quick throw, that's Eskridge on the slam. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Jake Bailey in punt formation for the Dolphins.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that, a total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.